But let me start first and foremost with Jayanta Ghosal. How much of an impact do you believe, Jayanta, the departure of Suvendu Adhikari will make to the fortunes of the Trinamool in this big, high voltage, high decibel assembly elections in a few months from now?
Rahul, what I am going to say now, that is not as a Trinamool, I am not a party member of Trinamool, but my 35 years experience, and especially on West Bengal politics, I must admit one thing, that it is not happy hours for Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee. Because Suvendu, if I say today that he is not a mass leader, then I think it will be incorrect. Because his political development also took place under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee, and he has developed his own personal leadership and followers. But there is a strong but, Rahul, that you cannot oversimplify, you cannot underestimate Mamata Banerjee's strategy also. Because it is true that BJP for pretty long time is a master strategy to break TMC, and how many MLAs will go with Suvendu, that has to be seen, because Suvendu also taking this time, this transitional phase, to attract other MLAs. BJP wants it. But here, the influence of Suvendu Adhikari is mostly in the East Midnapur and Midnapur district. He is not a state leader as Mamata Banerjee is. So, the North Bengal to South Bengal, he has a strong influence, but that is in the pocket, and those constituencies of Midnapur is also, there are strong Muslim population. Each and every constituency, it has 25-30% Muslim vote bank. So, Suvendu's earlier idea was to launch a separate munch or party, what BJP didn't like it. But now the strong polarization is taking place. Now, Mamata also will be aggressive, and post-January, the campaign, where it will go and how Mamata will handle it is a challenge, no doubt of it. But I think the vote analysis, you have to go to the ground reality.
Okay, so Nupur Sharma, Jayanta Ghosal argues with some reason that Suvendu Adhikari in the districts where he's most popular also has a lot of Muslim support, partly because he's currently on the Trinamool ticket. The moment he switches across, a lot of his support base also switches with him, and all these 4 districts where Suvendu Adhikari and his family is important, Bankura, Purulia, Paschim Midnapur, Purva Mishnapur, are districts with significant Muslim populations. Therefore, you will get him now in the BJP over the next few days, but he will not give you all of what he gives to the TMC. Nupur Sharma.
Well, good evening, Rahul. Well, whether Mr. Adhikari joins the BJP or not, in what capacity, is completely for the central leadership to decide upon. It's not been done yet, so it will be extremely silly of me to speculate and comment on that. I will certainly not do that. Secondly, I mean, I was hearing the gentleman here, and very, comfortably, he made an allegation saying that BJP is only interested in breaking the TMC. Well, what kind of glue is TMC using that it's so easy to break for a party which has retained power and goes by Didi's name for years together? Election after election, why is it so easy to break the TMC? Please don't blame us. It's a democracy. Anybody willing to come and join the BJP is free to do so. We are not breaking anybody. And certainly, I mean, it's a bit, again, I would say, I'm not going to speculate who's joining or not. But when you actually, lose senior leaders like Mr. Mukul Roy, you lose people like Ms. Bharti Ghosh, and now Mr. Adhikari, Mr. Tiwari, and the list is endless. Interestingly, yesterday, Rahul, I read a news article in Hindi, the last line of which said that after Mr. Adhikari resigned from his Minister of State position, the TMC, some leaders tried to retain him. And after a few attempts, they actually came out in public to make a public statement, we are no longer going to try to get him back. In Hindi, ab hum koshish nahi karenge, isko jahan jana hai jao. So if this is your attitude towards people who may have toiled for years and given their entire lives towards service of the people and towards the service of your party's cause, if this is how you treat them, if you think an outsider can come in and call the shots, well then
at this moment, Jayanta Ghosal,